What's up, YouTube? It's another overview from Hyperbolic Mike. Just got in my latest piece today. I think it's been coming in fast and furious, which has been somewhat frustrating considering that, as some of you know, if you've watched the past few videos, I am moving and all of these guys are packed up and gone for a little while. So until the new place is built. So yeah, so these guys coming in now, it's unfortunate because I really don't get to enjoy them for very long. They go right back into the box for about 6 months. But I wanted to share with you guys that I got another XM piece. This is my third. My first was the Magneto. And then a few reviews back, I believe, overviews, I guess. I don't know if I'm going to stick with that stupid thing. Yeah, it was the XM Wolverine. So both of which I very much enjoy and like and highly recommend if you have the ability to pick them up yourselves. All the hype is real. And so, yeah, the question was, when this guy arrived, was it going to live up to the other two? And based on pictures that I'd seen from forums and the reason why I picked him up in general, I was pretty confident from what I'd seen that this was going to blow me away. Now, I don't know if this statue is for everybody because I don't know how popular the character of Hawkeye is, aka Clint Barton. If he's had a bit of a renaissance, obviously, with the Marvel movies, and then I think the most recent run that just came to an end by Matt Fraction, I think has sort of garnered him some new fans, and that's a fantastic run. I highly recommend it to anybody, and actually even the current run by Jeff Lemire is also very good. So you know, this character is getting some good. He's getting his due finally. It's been a while. So because there were some good runs back in the day, and some fans of the old West Coast Avengers and people that were into comics long before I was or got back into them again. I think would easily tell you that there's some great stories and things like that from back in the day, but it's been a little while since he sort of had some front and center attention from the publication side. So yeah, this piece, once again, I mean, I feel it's honestly this whole broken record thing with these XM pieces, and but you know, the reality is I would love to be able to tell you guys to come on here and say that just did not live up to expectations, just not what I expected, not, you know, up to par, sending it back. Actually, I really don't wish that that's what I was going to say at all. That would just be awful, because not only is that a pain to send back, but it's expensive, and man, this took a long time. So I think this has to be one of the last batches that these guys are sending out. And also I apologize. I'm not able to rotate around. I've packed up my Lazy Susan like an idiot before I knew some other things were coming in. So that was really dumb on my part. Here, let me adjust the light here. Get some odd shadows. Doing this at night while the kiddos are asleep. Yeah. So once again, you know, I'll reiterate, there are some really extensive reviews, unboxings, and things like that. You guys can see the swap out parts. Comes with the 3 different arrow tips. That, as far as swappable parts, I've got the recurve bow on currently. You can go with the classic bow if you like. You know what it is about the recurve bow that I really like? It's the fact that it's once again, XM's attention to detail. It's the little bits, the fact that, you know, you've got, you know, pieces that actually move here, like this real sort of rubberized bowstring that's just, yeah, I mean, there's just, and the fact that they've actually machined the tips, you know, like all these guys, this is like real metal, and just, you know, anyway, it really, the problem is you end up starting to sound just like a, you know, fanboy talking about this stuff because you're looking for things to call them out on. I mean, to be fair, if I'm nitpicking, and there are some nits, there's a couple paint application things that I think are maybe due to the fact that, well, I don't know what they'd be for, actually. I'm not going to even try to pretend, but you can see maybe on his wrist there, an attempt to sort of make it look like it's kind of same thing on the leather for his mask as well. In an attempt to sort of make it look like leather, they blend black and purple together. And it, for the most part, from like this distance and something that, you can't even tell. It looks great. But, there's some little things. You know what? Here you go. I'll give you one right here. I'll give you one right here. Hold on. Lack of lazy Susan. Patience, please. I don't want to knock him over. Why don't I just rotate to this side with my chair? That might be easier, but oh, that light is going to be brutal. Sorry guys for the lack of light. Well, you can't really see, but zoom in there. His elbow. You can't, it's hard to see there, but honestly, it looks like a kind of a little bit of a pointy glob of paint. But fortunately, kind of like the Wolverine from XM, most people won't be facing him from the back, so it's not a big deal. Which is kind of, when you start to think about that stuff, it makes sense that they focus or maybe lose focus on some of the things that they go, people are never going to display this way, so let's not lose sleep over it. So I can understand if you're going to cut corners anywhere, that's where you would cut, is on things where it may not ultimately make that much of a difference. But, it's there. So, nobody's perfect and nothing's perfect. But I'll tell you that, these things continue to impress with each one that I get. It's just, it's awesome. The packaging, once again, outstanding. I've got it over here now, but the straps and the quality of the styrofoam, everything is top notch. It's another one like the Wolverine that's got the instructions how to repackage, which is cool. I appreciate that very much. So that is great. Refocus there. Another really cool detail. I haven't seen anybody actually mention this before, and I wish I would have, whatever, woulda, shoulda, coulda. So underneath, I'm gonna get a little personal here. So underneath what would, this cloth, this loin cloth that he's got coming down here, XM actually took the extra time on front and back to actually put shaped foam inside there to protect this. And what's weird is like there's no give on this piece at all. So it's definitely not like there'd be any play anyway. I mean, if it was going to snap, it's going to snap. But the fact that they actually take the time to just reinforce both the front and the back here with something here, just so that there's really no possibility of anything snapping. It's another, it's a testament to them. Those are the details that when you pay the amount of money you do for these statues from XM, you feel like you're getting your money's worth. I can tell you I'm also the previous owner of the Sideshow Hawkeye, which is also a very nice piece. So I'm not here to slag on other pieces. I mean, unless it's warranted. I can say I've owned and sold that piece. I sold it once I knew I was going to be getting this one. So you can do with that what you will. I do feel now, especially having this piece in hand, that this is the superior Hawkeye. But I definitely don't think that anybody that has the Sideshow one should ultimately feel like they've been I don't know if let down's not the right word, but that they've that it's not a great piece in its own right. That piece is very well sculpted. If you're a mixed media fan, there's not tons of it, but this piece here on the Sideshow piece is mixed media. I think one of the things that always bothered me about the Sideshow piece was the lack of an arrow. I understand, you know, the idea that Clint had basically fired the arrow and it was sort of the aftershot effect. So I get that, but if I have my choice, having this arrow in place before he shoots is just, it adds a more dramatic effect to the piece overall. The base, I think also too, the fact that you've got two poses. I've got it in the lower pose here because I'm packing it back up for storage for a little bit. I didn't get out all the different pieces for display, but you can also prop it up here and then pop him his back leg up onto that spot there. I think people have shown this in other reviews, but you know, once again, the aspect of detail here. This little cap, if you're not using the top or the higher display option, this little cap covers up the hole there, the peg hole for his foot. So, and there's another one that goes inside the hydrant as well. So, and I apologize, guys, I'm getting over a something, flu, cold, something. So, if I sound odd, that's what it is. But yeah, so to finish up here, because this is drawing out and getting long, I really do think this piece is fantastic. I once again highly recommend it. If you're a Hawkeye fan, I don't think that you could find a better piece. That's my honest take on it. I think that this is the best piece available for Hawkeye fans. I just think you've got to pay for it, and that is frustrating. I can understand for some. But you know, the reality is that once again, it feels like in some ways in this game you get what you pay for. That's not always the case. That's a probably gross generality, but from what I've seen so far, unless you get in early on some stuff, the way this thing is moving now in the collectibles game, a lot of the time it really is a get what you pay for type thing. So. Hopefully it continues. I've got the Ant-Man coming in about 10 days, so that should be interesting too. See how that comes out, and I'll do another one of these guys. For now, I'm going to put Hawkeye over here to sit with Magneto and Wolverine, and yeah, he can chill until until Ant-Man shows up. But yeah, anyway, you guys know what to do. Leave comments and like if you like it, dislike if this is terrible, and do whatever it is you need to do. And I will talk to you guys when Ant-Man shows up. See ya.